Poetic beats. Poetic beats.
This is First GenXers.
Poetic beats. Poetic beats.
Hello. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? I hope y'all like the new polished look that we have now, thanks to the point man, Mr. Saint, with that intro and tag there. Welcome to the new look Cheap Pop Podcast, y'all. Still the same old faces, but a brand new scene, doing our thing right here on Twitch TV, YouTube, etc. So, fellas,
whatever, man.
On top of the new look comes the happy anniversary to everybody that has worked with us for the past year, maybe 2 years, damn near, 3 years, damn near, here on Twitch with bringing us video game content. Now these shows like NBT Fusion, Cheap Pop Podcast, The Classroom, etc., and many more to come, hopefully. So we just want to say a big shout out to the First GenXers Broadcast Network for that anniversary. What is it? Affiliate anniversary of a year. The total anniversary.
No, 2 years, bro. Two. What the fuck?
Okay, so 2 years. 2 years. Giving piss.
Dave, Dave. Did Dave just join like last year?
Yeah.
No, you joined the year preceding. Come on, bro. Let's get with the times. Let's get modern, okay? Let's get modern. Thank you, sir.
All right. So yeah. So big shout out on that. Now, here's the other thing that we're going to be doing today on top of the new look. Nice. It's on top of the new look. What we're going to be doing today is this. There's going to be a pop culture corner or pop culture quiz at the beginning of every segment, starting with this one. And I'm going to ask these two gentlemen a question, and you guys can feel more than happy or welcome to answer the question in the comment section. We'll give shout outs once we give the answer. But we're going to open this one with something that I'm going to sit here and say. Saint, if you get this wrong, man, look, my head's going to hang. Dave, if you get it wrong, I kind of understand, but
you know what?
It's a music
Fuck
question.
you, bro. Fuck you, okay?
So today's pop culture quiz starts out with question number 1. What boy band released the hit song "I Want It That Way" in 1999? Don't give your answers yet, gentlemen. We'll give the answers on the opposite side of the intro for Pop Culture Corner, and we'll go from there. Today we're going to jump into a couple of hot topics right quick. The first one being Very Young Frankenstein, a series coming from Mel Brooks.
We don't know.
And
I don't think we know if it's a series or a movie.
But we know that. It says pilot order, so I would assume that's for a series.
Yeah.
You know, so and it's brought to us also will be by the team that does What We Do in the Shadows, which is a show I've seen a few episodes of. Find it kind of funny, kind of like it. But this Very Young Frankenstein would be a prequel to the Young Frankenstein movie?
We don't know.
I assume
There's literally no information other than they had the pitch meeting with FX.
Okay.
So it could be later on. I mean, considering that almost everyone from Young Frankenstein is dead, sadly.
Yeah.
Um, my guess is that it's going to be a sequel focusing on the child of Frederick and Inga.
Okay. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm up for anything Mel Brooks after hearing about Space
Yeah.
Force 2. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I tell you what I will do. I will tread on this one real light because you got to understand that movie is a total fucking classic. That is one of Mel Brooks' best movies.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Very true.
One of his best, other than Blazing Saddles, because that's the number one as far as I'm concerned. But oh yeah. But on some real shit, yeah. I would have to tread. It has to be done well. And Mel Brooks definitely has to have his foot in that motherfucker right there.
Oh yeah. And I think that'll be the key. That to me is what is the key to any Mel Brooks project being redone or being done by a different director. Is that if you didn't go to Mel and talk to him
Give me
directly,
just a second, please. Hold on.
okay, about the
I'll be right back.
concept,
Mhm.
then if you didn't talk to him directly about the concept, then like I don't know if I want to watch your product. Like I hate to say it like that. I don't know if I want to watch your product because at the end of the day, Mel's right there. You can ask him for inspiration. You can talk to him. Why not?
Yep.
So
Yep.
that will be our first. That's our first hot topic there. The second is, and I hope Saint will be around for this. Dave dropped one on us about the fact that an extended 4K cut of Spider-Man 2 is coming to theaters in September.
Not just Spider-Man 2. Apparently, it's going to be all three of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films.
I'm with it.
Okay. I'm with it due to the fact that it's a director's cut, because I'm pretty sure there are director's cuts, floating around. But just to make sure that Sam Raimi is, I want him to be alive for this one, okay?
Yeah.
Because, unfortunately, like the the Batman Forever director's cut the Schumacher cut didn't get a chance to be seen in theaters, and I'm kind of pissed about that. But nevertheless.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I will take Spider-Man as long as they change the ending to Spider-Man 3, then we're good. We're fucking good, because that to me is the Spider-Man dance scene that will forever be etched in my head. Thank you.
I kind of Spider-Man 3. My problem with it is that there was just too much going on.
Yeah.
In there.
You had the Venom storyline with Eddie Brock. You had the Sandman storyline. You had the Peter Parker storyline. Like, I get you. Just way too much going on for one movie. Like that, and I think it's because they knew they weren't getting another one, so they were trying to squeeze everything into that last movie.
Yeah. Because
those feel like villains that should have been separated like into individual movies. It would have been better, sir. But I'll put it to you like this: if it does come, I might give my $10 to go see it. It would be worth my time. Of any of the Spider-Mans, let me know when. All right, so that will close us up for one of the quickest hot topics that we've had in a long time. Normally we get sidetracked. Today we were right there. All right, so that's going to take us directly into. Pop culture corner. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that intro. That's kind of funky.
There you
It's
go.
kinda
There
fun.
you go. All right. So as we said before, we will ask the first question and answer the first question and ask another. The first question was, for those that don't remember, what boy band released the hit song I Want It That Way in 1999? Gentlemen, I assume you know this answer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Backstreet Boys, man.
Yep.
Come on now.
Ding, 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 ding. Now, again, guys, if you're watching, feel free to answer in the comment section if you know the answer. The next question, hold on, let me do something real quick,
Oh,
is, I'll run it one more time afterwards. What TV show featured a group of 6 friends living in New York City? Now, I'm going to put that on the screen for those that are watching to be able to remember and comment in. I'm pretty sure these guys got it, 90s pop culture reference. So we'll dive into culture corner after this. All right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about here is I have to ask you, okay, how much of Ironheart have y'all seen?
no,
Haven't had time to watch it yet. It's on the.
I have. I have.
It's pretty good. I'm impressed with it so far. What are your thoughts, Saint? You look like you feel a little different.
Well, I mean, it's okay, but the villain, he's all over the place, man. Yeah,
bro.
he's all over the place, bro.
Well,
Like I'm.
My boy Anthony Ramos is killing it, man. I like it.
Have they done the reveal of who the villain is?
Yeah. Well, not yet. At
Not
this point, it's who I think it is. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I believe that the hood is the eventual yeah. But right now, no, they have not made an announcement as to who the villain is. They've just introduced him.
I mean, I have to watch the other. I have to actually watch the other 3 episodes
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
to
already
complete
had
the story.
I've already had it spoiled for me, but yeah, tie in with Iron Man.
That was dope. Do you think he's gonna end up being the villain, or is that that's what everybody's thinking right now?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
I doubt it seriously.
But
seriously.
that was a nice tie-in, you know, with whatchamacallit. You've only seen episode 1, Saint?
I watched it,
watched
but
all
I'm
3?
yeah.
Okay,
Hold on
so
a
then,
second. What's good with it, Queen Hooper? Was good with it. Thank you for tapping in. Definitely appreciate it. It's the affiliate. It's our affiliate anniversary, so you know, let folks know. No, 2 years, man. We've been at this shit, right?
So I'll say it like this. People would
Thank
say,
you.
is it thank you very much. Is it Marvel's worst outing? I'll say this. I can't answer that question because I haven't thought that any Marvel product has been objectively bad.
Yeah.
I think in comparison to some other products, yeah, it's not as good, but I've yet to not enjoy. I enjoyed Inhumans. Like, I truly did. Like, did I think it was the spectacle and the as grandiose and as and epic as Endgame? No. But I wasn't unimpressed by what I saw.
Yeah.
But maybe that comes from the fact that I never read the Inhuman comic books, so I didn't really
did.
understand. So
I
maybe
did.
in comparison to those, it was crap. But Like, but for me, the actual story made sense, and I think again, I think it had the same problem that Batman v Superman had. And Ironheart doesn't seem to have this problem. It fits into continuity. But Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, the issue was that as an individual movie, and I will repeat this statement till the day I die. I will be on my deathbed saying this. As an individual movie, epic, amazing, fucking awesome. If you're trying to tie it into anything in the greater DC universe, complete dog shit. And I have yet to really find and that's where people have to point out inaccuracies to me, is because I have yet to see a Marvel product that has been that out of sync with what their greater vision is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I have yet to see an entry in the MCU that I dislike. There's some that I like less than others.
Okay, fair enough.
And at worst, I see the execution problems.
Okay.
Where I see what they were trying to do and where they failed in accomplishing that.
Okay, and maybe that's where my ignorance is bliss.
Right, but like, for example, I mean, we all rag on Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I see what they were trying to do with it, and for whatever reason, they weren't able to execute it properly. Whether it was fight sequences, whether it was the overall writing, combination of things.
They just failed.
Yeah. It just didn't work. Same thing with Inhumans. Yeah. So, I'm not saying everything is like A+, but
No.
they really, I don't think that they've ever gone below what I would consider to be a C rating, which was, it's all right.
Fair enough. They definitely weren't getting my movie review at any point with any of these movies or films. I'm not chucking any sodas at the screen.
Yeah.
A Marvel.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there is one. I'm sorry, and I hate to be the bad guy. There is one Marvel movie that I would give the review to, and that is Thor: The Dark World.
Really? You didn't like The Dark World?
That was not. I don't know, because maybe because, well, first of all, they definitely changed up. They had changed up one of the Warriors 3, so that was the thing. And then I don't know. I guess maybe and no shout to Malik but Christopher Eccleston didn't do it for me in that particular movie. And I mean, he's one of my favorite actors, fucking Gone in 60 Seconds. He's played that villain. Like Raymond Calitri. He was also he was also Doctor Who. He was the 9th Doctor. So it's like, Dark World, I was kind of on out to the side with. Not saying it was a great movie, but it was kind of all over the place. And considering, I've watched the comics and the lore, it's kind of like I'm a comics fan before the movie fan. We all know,
I understand that.
Even Dave and even Dave is like that, because I know Dave would barely be like something is out of place when it comes to certain characters or certain movies or continuity. Yeah, that's just my.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So that'll close out that one there. I think for the first 3 episodes, I don't know. I think they're doing 1 episode a week from now on, right? So you get it for a total of a month. You get the first 3 episodes in 1 episode.
Yeah, I'll be caught up. This week.
Okay. So basically we'll see how Ironheart plays out. Right now, so far it's pretty good. I think that the girl that's playing Riri, I can't remember her name, but
Dominic
she's
Thorne.
doing a pretty good huh?
Dominic Thorne.
Dominic Thorne,
Yeah.
yeah, she's doing a pretty good job. Um I think, like I said, the ties to the greater Marvel universe, to the greater MCU are there. I still will ask this, and if you've seen the first episode, this is not a spoiler. I don't know how the fuck she just flew off the off the campus after they kicked her out of MIT. Just like, nah, do. All right, later, y'all. So and just gone. Nobody came after her. Nobody showed up at her doorstep. Like, ma'am, you just flew off with our shit. Like,
Yeah.
but all right, like, and now she's using it to commit crimes and fight crime. We'll see. All right,
Yeah.
so
The
that
math
was
ain't
Disney's
mathing.
Iron. That was Disney and Marvel's Ironheart. Next up, we have a subject that is, well, I'm wondering how y'all are feeling about it. You as a DC fan specifically, saying after 85 years, it's not Superman, but the writers of Superman are permanently retiring one of his most iconic villains, with
Yeah.
Lex Luthor walking away from Superman and walking away from Metropolis.
Yep.
So after what, 85 years as one
Yeah.
of Superman's key rogue gallery villains, how are you feeling? Saying, kick us off. But how are you feeling about the fact that they're retiring Lex
Okay.
Luthor?
Okay. I'm not really super big on Superman. That's actually Jamil's favorite
Okay.
DC character, but I will take it pretty close, like maybe a third. I'm not too big on it, but he is still one of the most interesting villains in his in the Superman lore. I mean, he's a
Oh, comic
bastard.
book.
Yeah, and I mean,
Comic lore,
he
yeah.
he. Oh no, because when it comes to I'll t- let- villain villain for me, comic books is always going to be Joker because he's unpredictable.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when it comes to Lex Luthor is like one of the smartest men on the planet, but he's also one of the most diabolical. You
Oh yeah.
know, he'll have you to disappear with without with making a phone call and shit. He's got that kind of power. But for him to
yeah.
walk away and
Yeah.
say fuck Metropolis, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, yeah, and
yeah,
it's all basically he's all like, you know, I'm in a rut. I need to go
Yeah,
find myself. That's basically what Luther's saying in there,
yeah.
which is both good and bad. Um,
and who's gonna take
I'm,
over?
I'm
that's
tired,
Who's
boss. I'm so
yeah,
tired.
yeah.
I
Um,
mean, Mannheim would be the only the unless I haven't really seen Superman in a long time. But if Mannheim
Hugo
comes
Mannheim,
in
with Ginger Gang.
with Inner Gang, oh yeah, they're gonna have some problems. And Lex
Yeah,
Luthor is probably gonna be one of the motherfuckers like, well, yeah, you might have to come back. Like he's gonna end
Well,
up being like, you took away my town? Oh hell no, because that's just how Luther is.
yeah,
He's a
yeah,
fucking egomaniac.
yeah, and
well,
that's why it doesn't quite sit right with me. Is
Yeah,
that I can't see Luther's ego being that self-aware.
right.
Yeah. Um,
Well, it depends. It depends on if you're basing him off the Lex Luthor we know or the Lex Luthor from Superman and Lois. Because like the one from the most recent Superman and Lois, that dude kind of like had this weird humanity about him where like
right.
you kind
And
of
that
understood Lex
right.
Luthor.
And that's the best kind of Lex Luthor, where
Yeah,
he has a humanity, but it's that ego
yeah,
that will not allow anyone else
too.
to be prevalent in the public mind besides him. He
And
always has to be number one in
and his
everyone's mind.
his obsession with Superman as well. Like that particular Luthor in Superman and Lois, you see him like he has the opportunity to get his daughter back, who was played by one of the people, one of the Finch and God, I can't remember their names. Fitzsimmons.
Oh, right.
From Agents of Shield. She played his daughter in Superman and Lois, and she's begging him. She's like, just let this Superman thing go and come home, and we can be together, which is all he ever wanted. And he's like, no, Superman must pay. No, and he starts banging on the table, and it's like it shows that Lex Luthor like obsession with Superman. And I'm like you said, the Lex Luthor, the best Lex Luthors are always filled with a semblance of humanity. And I think that this is Lex Luthor leaving, but not for the reasons everybody thinks. I don't think he's gone for good.
Yeah.
Like you guys have said, I don't think he's gone for good at all.
No, I don't think so either. And that's another good point, is that Luthor knows how to manipulate people.
Right.
He is a classic misdirectionist. And so he may say that these are the reasons why he's leaving. And the problem is that Superman is just so earnest that he'll believe it.
Yep. And let his guard down.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen. So that's enough Lex Luthor talk there. So the next subject I have up for you is brought to us again by Dave. It looks like 50 Cent will be playing Balrog in the new Street Fighter movie. Dave has a list of actually a lot of other people that are to play people.
Let me bring it back up. Hang on a second. Yeah, but we have got as the project gets more developed and progresses more, we're getting a lot more casting. Yes. So current rumors, 50 Cent is confirmed to be Balrog.
Yes.
Noah Centineo, who played Atom Smasher in Black Adam, he is rumored to be playing Ken.
Okay.
And Jason Momoa is rumored to be playing Blanca.
Wow.
Yep. And your OTC, Roman Reigns, is rumored to be playing Akuma.
Yeah. Now that one's interesting to me. Like, I want to see how that one works out. Like, Roman Reigns as Akuma, I could see it. Like, you could definitely put him in the gi and do his hair in such a way that he looks similar to Akuma, like 100%. Will he do it? I don't know. Maybe that's why he's not in WWE right now.
Yep.
All right. So, Saint.
Is Saint muted?
No, he's not. Oh, Saint's muted. Hold on.
Yeah.
We've already had 2 Street Fighter movies that have been disastrous.
Okay.
It's, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia. Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry. I know that movie was bad as whole, but I thought Raul Julia's M. Bison was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That was very well acted, but the movie as a whole was crap. I do agree. Go on. Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Then you have Kristen Kreuk, who played Chun-Li, the Legend of Street Fighter, and God willing, that movie was bad. So, can we get it right? And 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, I can probably see him doing that, no, okay, I can see it.
He's a boxer, man. He just got to get in there and look physical. That's all it is.
No. You gotta understand. 50. Don't get me wrong. 50 Cent is a very and I know people hate it, but 50 Cent's a pretty damn good actor,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
especially there have been a couple of dramatic movies that he's been in where he played a veteran,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I got to give him that respect, but
Yep.
video gaming, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
We'll see.
We shall see for sure. All right, so next one up is one that I found on Entertainment Weekly where they talk about all the people that are going to be in and play in the new Superman movie. So I figured we'd revisit that list of megastars to an extent. Well, I've seen the previews over and over and over again, including a long form trailer, and I'm liking David Cornsweet as Superman. Who the hell is Rachel Brosnan in it? The girl that's playing Loki. Yeah, where are we supposed to know her from?
The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Okay. So that would be why I don't know her. I've never seen that show.
That's a fantastic show. Too.
Is it? I'm not saying it's a bad
Yeah,
show.
it's
I'm just
on,
saying I've never seen it.
Prime
Amazon.
Video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then Nicholas Holt as Lex Luthor. I actually like the dude. I don't know where we know him from.
Are you crazy? Are you serious?
Who did he play in the
Beast.
X-Men film?
Beast.
He was Beast?
In X-Men
You're
First Class
fired,
and
bro.
Days of Future Class. Days of Future Class.
Yeah.
Man,
What's
ask
wrong
me
with
what
you,
happened to
man?
Magneto. Ask me what happened to Charles Xavier. I don't know what happened to Beast.
Nicholas
Like-
Holt was originally tagged to play Superman. But
Really?
I think I really think that Lex Luthor is gonna pull it off, cuz I mean, he's that'll
All
work.
right, so we got Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner,
Yes.
the Green Lantern. Yes.
We
Yes.
know where he's you know him from, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everywhere. It's Serenity,
Firefly.
Big Bang Theory, like
Castle.
Castle, like
The Rookie.
yeah, like there's you name something Nathan Fillion's
Nathan
probably
Drake.
been. Nathan Drake, yeah.
Yeah, in a fan film.
I'm sorry for butchering this name. Eddie Gathegi as Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific. Very much looking forward. It's only the second time that I've seen Mr. Terrific in live action form. The first being the guy that played Mr. Terrific on Arrow,
Yeah.
Echo
which I
Kellum.
loved his version of the character. Yeah. Guthrie, for those of you who don't know, used to do movies for Marvel until they burnt his ass up from the inside out, and now he's doing movies for DC. Nah,
Wow, that's fuckery.
yeah, he was in First Class too. For those of you who don't know,
Darwin.
Darwin.
yes,
Yeah.
he was in
And
Mad Max too.
He actually talks about he's talking about how he doesn't want to talk about First Class ever because of how badly they did Darwin dirty.
All right, why is this advertisement? Oh, okay, so we got Isabel Merced as Kendra Saunders, Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Skylar Gisondo,
Yep.
or Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen. Again, don't
Yep.
know where I know him from. Never seen any of them.
He plays the young kid in the Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he does a fantastic job in there.
Hey,
Of the Gemstone clan.
Okay.
thank you, Tech 85.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, did we just get a raid?
You got
Yes,
it
we did.
from Black
Yes, we
Gold
did. Welcome
Gamer.
to everybody who just showed up. Thanks for showing
Oh,
up.
thank you so much, man. Damn, we need special effects for this shit.
Yes, we do.
Wow, definitely appreciate it.
Thanks
Man,
for the raid.
yeah, wow.
Thank you all that's coming in for this. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely
So
appreciate it. Thank you.
you got Maria Gabriela Faria as Angela Spica, the engineer.
Okay. Does anybody know about Wildstorm or any? Well, Dave, do you know, right? You know about the engineer, right?
Eh,
Okay, so the engineer is like she's total. She's a real total badass. I will tell you that. And part of the can't forget the name of the group, but they're like
the authority.
the authority. They're like Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate definitely Melissa Dawn, what's up?
We're just running
We
through all the
catching all
folks
this
giving us the
shit.
shout outs. Yeah.
Oh, we're just catching all the man, catching all the man. Look,
Thank you to all of you.
yeah,
We
definitely
appreciate
appreciate you.
Like,
Definitely appreciate you. Wow. Like this is crazy, man.
nice.
This is straight crazy.
Let's
But,
do it. Oh,
Yeah.
so now this is one guy that I'm 100% sure I know where I know him from, and his name is Wendell Pierce.
Yep.
He's playing
Perry
Perry White, and
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say, but he is Meghan Markle's father on Suits. That was one of the best roles I've ever seen him in, and I love the man to death and everything that he's been in.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I will say this, and I will give him for that in Suits, but Wendell Pierce, everybody knows out there, we watched The Wire.
Oh yeah, Detective on the Wire for sure.
Yeah, we watched The Wire. That's where I knew actually him and Idris Elba. That's where
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I was
Idris
wondering where
Elba's
Idris
in The
Elba
Wire.
jumped in.
yeah Idris Elba's in the light was in The Wire. It's a bad motherfucker, man. Like woo. Yeah.
All right, we also have Neva Hole as Martha Kent.
Mhm.
Beck Bennett as Steve Lombard.
Yep. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
He's an
Michaela
asshole.
Hoover as Cat Grant. I don't know if she can play it as well as the girl did on Supergirl.
Yeah.
I like that Cat Grant character.
No. I think the only other, and I think the only other version that did it just as good was Tracy Scoggins from
Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark.
Okay.
And she kept trying to fuck with Clark for like
Oh
a
yeah.
hot minute. Yeah, she was she was constantly
And
constantly getting at him. So I'm just saying.
but
we got go on.
Frank Grillo made the transition from Marvel to DC, and he's continuing on his role as Rick Flag Sr., making the jump from animated in Creature Commandos to live action. Same character, same actor.
Hold up. I gotta give a shout out to Culture Chronicles. What's up, bro? It's good to see you, man. I'm glad you decided to slide through. This is a guy. He's actually married to the one and only Novocaine Omega, or Black Girl Gamer, who is actually one of our suggested streamers right here on our Twitch channel. So shout out to you. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Heck yeah. All right, fellas. The final subject of Pop Culture Corner is going to take y'all back.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. See, I can't go up the list because I'm on another device. But Black Girl Gamer, thank you, a.k.a. Novocaine Omega.
For sure.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you to all who tapped in. We appreciate you. And
appreciate
the love.
Yep.
All right. So, Pee Wee as himself is a documentary that talks about, or that shows you and introduces you to the man known as Paul Reubens, otherwise known as Pee Wee Herman. Also known as the actor with the absolute
best death scene in any movie.
I can't take it away on that. I can't take that away from you. In the original, for those of you who don't know what he's referencing, in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Paul Rubens has one of the best death scenes ever.
Yeah.
Him and Rutger Hauer were just genius in that entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
What
go
else
watch
can you
the
do?
original Movie. Hmm?
How do you do that? Okay, clap. Like that shit was yeah, that shit was funny.
Oh, that was great, man. Just remembering that makes me. But that's the thing about it. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to say it like this. With Paul Rubens, it was intentional, but I'm going to say it like this. The guy that played Booger in the Revenge of the Nerds movie,
Curtis
Armstrong, yeah.
He's played in so much other,
Mm-hmm.
and acted in so many other ways.
He's a huge character actor.
Yeah, but even
Tech
he admits
85.
that most people that remember him walk up to him and say Booger. And I would understand how that would get like, it's like in Paul Rubens, it's Pee Wee. Bro, like I've done my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the shit he doesn't want to be remembered for. I'm not gonna get into that though. Some of the shit he doesn't want to be remembered for. But he was a grown adult in an adult movie theater. So
sucks to be him.
Yeah. But,
sucks to be him.
But Pee Wee as himself, I think I'm looking forward to this documentary because I would like to see. Like, I remember so much of him as Pee Wee, and like I said, and then that character from whatchamacallit, I would love to see about kind of what he's done with the rest of his life outside of being the Pee Wee Herman character.
Right.
You know, there was a man behind that. Like I saw a bit of the documentary, and it talked about how he made it intentional to separate the man from the character. Like Pee Wee Herman was nothing like Paul Rubens.
No.
Yeah, and that's something that to me like is interesting because effectively you're living a double life. You know, and which one is really you?
Yeah, it's
right.
It's the eternal problem of the actor with a popular character.
Yeah.
Like Stuart Varney with Ernest.
Yeah.
Or even
I'm sorry, dude. Because that guy, I'm sorry. God bless him, man. Shout out to Jim Varney, but goddamn, man, those were some of the worst. Those are some of the worst movies. The only other one I saw that when Ernest goes to jail and he became Electro and he was doing that, he was doing that extra shit, but nah, bro. I know, or miss me with that, bro.
Or how about, or even our beloved stable of WWE wrestlers.
Yeah, there have been quite a few that did some stuff that was like, eh.
Yeah, but more than that, it's separating the character from the person.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a lot. I mean, Dave Bautista, I think that's one of the reasons why he was so successful as an actor, is because all anyone knew about him is that he was the Beast.
Yeah.
He
was this wrestler.
Yeah, and when you take that persona away from him, he was a genuinely funny, warm, great guy. And you got to show that with Guardians of the Galaxy and everything. So it's not always about the persona that we see out on the stage. Everybody has their demon.
100%.
Okay.
So
I'll buy that for $1.
Well, no, on the real though, like everybody has their demons. All right, y'all. So right about now, we're gonna do what we normally do. It's about a 4-minute break, just so y'all know. Get up and come back, and after that break, we will have SmackDown Alley, where we're gonna talk WWE Night of Champions, and also video game talk. After that, we do.
Are we going to answer the trivia question before we go, or when we come back?
When we come back. When we come back.
Okay. Yeah.
All
'Cause
right.
that was a brain teaser there. I gotta tell
Yeah.
you, that's
All right.
I'm
So y'all got
scratching
to
my mind.
stick around for the answer. Here, I'll remind you of what the question was one more time. Actually, no, I've already replaced the question, so I
Okay.
believe so. Hold on, let me.
No, you asked about the 6 friends and
In New York City.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to find what did I do with the question? All right, so we're gonna go to break because I'm having trouble finding this question. There's the answer. Yeah, like I don't know what I did with it. Is it still back up here?
You fucked
There it
up,
is.
sir. You
No,
fucked
here
up.
it is.
Oh,
And here
okay.
I can give it to him again. I can give it to him one more time before we go to break. All right.
Okay.
So for those of you that want to answer in the comments, what TV show featured a group of 6 friends living in New York City? It was popular in the early 90s through the early 2000s. Answer in the comments and we'll give you the answer when we come back.
Woo.
and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, because because I guarantee you there'll be answers, and
All right.
then there'll be answers, and you I'm gonna have to explain that one, but
All right.
yeah, all
There
right.
we go.
And we are on a break.
This is now versus then. This is now versus then. Get on your mark, let's go. This is now versus then. Burning up your radio, still turning up the heat with poetic on the flow. Got you moving to the beats with the saint as your host. Shout out the collective, hold it down, we gon' clown, that's the lesson. Where Generation X meets Generation Next, with them bangers from the east to the south to the west. Yeah, this how we do it in Sacktown. Slide to the studio, yup, it goes down. These beats gon' pound, waking the game up, told you it goes down. And this is only the intro. Turn the mics on, shout out to my kinfolk. Where you at, y'all? Let's get this started. Turn down for what? We about to start the party. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then.
Got to keep it, you got to keep it lovely, you got to keep it, you got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle, I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me, I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode button, push it, make it do something. No balls for me, cause I'm a loose cannon. I get to choose, camera, switch it up, look up a new banner. Keep smoking on that banner.
but the definition of beauty is distorted. Yeah, come on. Searching for yourself, so insecure about the way you look, so you go to Miami. You can't find the love within yourself.
There we go. Sorry. Brought them back with no mics, but not me. All right, so I'm back.
Yeah, that's fuckery. Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, it's got to happen at least once, right? Or else it's not a show. All right, so here we go. All right, so the question that we asked before the break was, what TV show, okay, featured a group of 6 friends living in New York City?
Now.
Yeah.
Now.
Let's that answer right there is not wrong.
I'm going to throw the curveball. Because the obvious answer is Friends. But I'm going to answer Living Single.
Okay.
Because Living Single came first, too.
Hold on.
How's that, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I was about to give you the side eye, sir.
I'm going to throw a swerve in, because remember, these questions were not come up with by me. These questions were come up with at random. So as much as I appreciate,
and this is why AI sucks.
Our guy.
Yeah. This is why. Shout out to artificial intelligence. Fuck you, okay? Because listen, I
also hold on. No, here's also a difference though, and I'm going to show you why this answer is right and wrong at the same time.
Yeah,
the correct answer was Dave's let's say male-in urge to say Friends. But here's the thing about it. Here's where you missed it. Although a suburb of New York City, Living Single actually takes place in the Bronx.
New York City. But it's still considered New York City.
I get what you're saying, but it is a suburb of New York City. But New York City is its own city in itself as well.
Wait. Okay, hold on. As someone that lives on the East Coast, okay, right. First of all, New York City as a whole, it's 5 boroughs. Okay, you have Bronx, you have Brooklyn, you have Harlem, you have Manhattan, and you have
in Friends.
Oh my God,
literature Island, they refer to it as friends who live in New York City. They probably live in the Manhattan borough, based off of the Manhattan
but it's still considered. I'm telling you right now, folks will get. You will get smacked, dude, if you just sit up here, because it's New York City. Because when most people from outside of New York, it's like it's either Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, or whatever that, because of the 5 boroughs. But it's actually in all is New York City, because you have one mayor, but you have 5 different 4 different presidents or something like that, to that effect.
That's like,
I learned that shit.
Yeah, that's like saying saying Piedmont isn't part of Oakland.
Yeah, exactly. or Emeryville,
But outside, but outside of people who live in the area, there's not many people who think that they are the same city. Like, that's the thing about it. It's kind of like when you go outside of California and people are like, and you're like, where are you from? Like when I used to have to do, when I went outside of California, I was from Hayward, California. Didn't nobody know where the fuck Hayward, California was?
yeah.
So I would have to say south of Oakland. I would have to say south of San
Bro,
Francisco.
wait a
Didn't
minute,
nobody
hold
know where
on.
Hayward, California
Let me-
was.
But we're
Hold
not
on, hold
talking
on,
about-
hold on,
We're
hold
not
on, wait a
talking about
minute.
a separate incorporated city.
But I'm just
Hayward-
talking about the way people look at it. I'm not talking about the way it is.
understand, Okay.
No,
but
bro. No, hold on, Dave. Hold that thought. Let me tell you something. I'm living proof of this shit right now. I'm living Connecticut, okay? And when people ask me about coming from California, the first thing is say, are you from LA or are you dealing with them Crips and shit? Like, man, get the fuck out of here. We didn't do Crips and
lot of
gang
people think
banging.
all of
We're from the
California is
fucking
like
Bay. Yeah, and I
LA
said,
and
yeah.
San Francisco and Sacramento. They think that's all California.
But that shit, when you're living on the East Coast
Yeah.
and you're from California and people tell you, "Oh, you from LA and you from LA." I get tired of hearing that shit.
I don't blame
I'm
you.
from the
I don't blame you.
motherfucking town. Town business on mine, man. Fuck that. I'm from the motherfucking Bay Area, but I'm from Oakland.
All right.
Period. T.
Well, now
Fuck outta
Oakland
here.
is a little more known than what it used to be.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to take us, that talk right there is going to take us immediately into... All right. We're back with SmackDown Alley. We got rid of Jose, let him go get another job.
Okay.
No more sweeping
listen.
floors for us.
There's only one thing I have to say about either Raw or SmackDown.
Oh.
And the thing is, for SmackDown, we have to address CM Punk.
Oh, we will. Hold on. We're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of that.
Yeah.
We first got to start out with the theme of the day, our pop culture our pop culture quiz question.
Okay.
And that for this segment is, what 1994 film featured the line "Life is like a box of chocolates"? So y'all think on it, answer in the comment section. I'm pretty sure most of y'all know it. If you don't, that probably means you're too young to remember. But
Or
but
you were
in
living
general,
under a rock. Jesus Christ.
But Saint, you're right. There isn't really much to talk about Raw or SmackDown. There wasn't a lot that happened with Raw in regards to progressing things any further as far as going into Night of Champions for the main storylines. You had a face-to-face between Asuka and Jade Cargill that, of course, got physical. You had the final King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring qualifiers. And I will say this, that match between Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes was pretty damn good. Like Jey Uso showed that he's more than a six-trick pony,
Which
like people keep saying.
really
But-
disappointing considering some of the news we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. We further Gunther taking on Goldberg, got to see their little vignettes leading up to Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that shit.
Hold on, we about to get to that. So then, yeah. So like I said, Raw, not much happened in regards to moving things forward as far as Night of Champions went. But SmackDown, we got SmackDown, and we got a new women's U.S. champion in Julia. So bravo to her. Like 2 weeks after coming to the main roster. And this is, I'm going to be honest with you, this right here is why I love these mid-card titles for the women's division finally being there. It's something that can legitimize a future star immediately when they hit the main roster, instead of making them wait 5-10 years before they can go after the main belt. A mid-card belt, the men have always had that dating back to the Attitude Era. At one point, the Intercontinental belt was almost as hot as the WWE title during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
But now these women division mid-card titles, the Intercontinental title and the US title, are making it feel like they're important. And important women want to go after them. So congratulations to Julia. I see feuds for her in the future. But I'll be honest with you. I was tired Friday. So I laid down to watch SmackDown the last hour of SmackDown and fell asleep before the Nia Jax Tiffany Stratton match was over. Rewound it, watched that, fell asleep right before John Cena's music hit. So I had to watch it the next day on my phone, the CM Punk promo that he cut on John Cena. Now, go ahead and give your thoughts, sir.
Listen, I'm sorry for those out there, but CM Punk made John Cena his bitch. There was nothing, and the thing about it is that there was nothing wrong. There was no lies told.
Yep.
When he got on him, and it's so funny because the Marine is running on Amazon Prime right now. He got on him about the Marine.
Oh, he told him, he said, you may be some big deal, but you'll always be the Marine to me.
Like he literally handed him his Punk card to say, go to the fucking corner.
Yep.
Now, for those of you to set the scene, for those of you that may not know if you didn't watch SmackDown, what Saint is talking about. At the end of SmackDown, John Cena comes out to the ring. Of course, he tells the crowd, basically, Q, I'm the greatest champion ever, da-da-da.
Yeah.
CM Punk comes out to Word Life. Yes, that's right. The theme that John Cena used when he was the Dr. Thugonomics. CM Punk comes out in a backwards hat, wearing a Cubs jersey, and he's got the words drug-free on knuckles that he puts together and walks around doing the whole John Cena Dr. Thugonomics presentation coming down to the ring. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And then proceeds. Now, mind you, you can always tell those that can't rap by the extremely slow cadence by which they do it. And I mean,
that was listen.
That was a promo. That wasn't a record.
No. It wasn't a promo, but no, it wasn't. It was a promo, but it was more or less. It was a freestyle because in those cases, like when you battle rap, especially in the hood, when you do that, I mean, you got motherfuckers that even got shot behind them kind of freestyles. And what I'm saying is that CM Punk wasn't wrong. He did that shit correctly and made that shit and made him look like a bitch.
Yeah.
Made him look like a bitch.
No, I think here's the thing about it is I appreciate what CM Punk did because CM Punk he matched John Cena's cadence from when John Cena used to be the Dr. Thugonomics. Like, that's what that was. His pace was a callback to when John Cena was the Dr. Thugonomics.
Absolutely.
And he had that same cadence. But in general, yes, I can agree with you 100% that nothing Punk said was untrue.
Yeah.
Just like nothing Cena said the week before in the pipe bomb promo. And here's the thing I liked about both promos. It looked like the men were out there enjoying themselves. That's what I loved about it. CM Punk loved every minute of being the doctor of Punkonomics, as he called it. And John Cena loved every minute of doing the pipe bomb promo. But because it's the end for Cena. Like, I genuinely think Cena may end up like Shawn Michaels. One of those people that, like, when he says he's done, he's done. And Shawn Michaels has not gotten in a ring since he told us he was never getting in a ring again. I think John Cena be maybe another wrestler that is like or HBK, and when he's done in December, we may see him make appearances for WWE, but he's not going to wrestle.
No, he specifically said in one of his outside interviews that once he's done, like he's over. He's like, there are no comeback matches. There's none of it, and I honestly believe that it's gonna be his word.
Yeah.
Like,
word
no
life.
Shit. Yeah. We got two new follows. Deuce is Wild. Thank you. I'm not quite sure
Shout out.
The other one was, but I'll get it figured out. Just a minute.
Thank you to everybody that's been joining us.
Yeah.
We're blowing up all over the place. We appreciate
Love you all. Yep.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm getting it right. But Let's see. Ooh, what the fuck? Really?
Okay, John.
going?
All right. While Kari figures that out,
Okay.
I'm gonna give a recap of the Night of Champions
Go ahead. I'm just trying to.
pay-per-view, which is what we're gonna be talking
Key.
about.
I'm sorry. Keys plays. I see you. Thank you very much. And also Deuces Wild. Definitely appreciate you because we got a whole bunch of shit that there's more than a lot than goes on. But continue, sir, please.
All right. So we had the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring event, which featured on the men's side Cody Rhodes taking on Randy Orton, and on the women's side Jade Cargill taking on Asuka. We had in place of John, I guess Dominic Mysterio actually got hurt, so he was unable to defend the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles this week or on Night of Champions like he was supposed to, and that match was actually replaced with two matches. One being Rhea Ripley facing Raquel Rodriguez, no championships on the line, just mana y mana. And then Sami Zayn taking on Karrion Kross with Scarlett in a singles match as well. And then we had the other match that was lined up, which was the other two championship matches that were lined up with Solo Sikoa taking on Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship, and John Cena taking on CM Punk for the WWE Undisputed WWE Championship. They change the name every 6 months. I don't fucking know. But yes, so that's what we had. It was, to me, it was a solid card. Just to give the results here, we had Rhodes beat Orton. So we got Rhodes as the King of the Ring this year. Congratulations to him. Cargill drops Asuka. So she is going to be the Queen of the Ring. And both of them are going on to SummerSlam to face their brand's champion for the belt. Let's see. You have Rhea
Orton to win.
Yeah. I know you text me that right before he lost. But no, we have Rhea Ripley defeat Raquel Rodriguez. She is now 5-1 against Raquel in her career, and we had Sami Zayn, the hometown boy, get over at Night of Champions over Karrion Kross.
Getting back to Rhea versus Raquel. Roxanne Perez tried her best to interfere, and Rhea slammed her out. Dropped her. So, with the questions about when Liv is going to return, I can see Roxanne forming the Judgment Day's new women's tag team.
Yeah, I can see that. But all right, and then we had the two championship matches. We had an interesting finish that saw Solo Sikoa walk away with the title from over Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. And we're bringing the bloodline back.
Yeah, hold on, we'll get to that. Okay. And then to close, we saw John Cena retain in a crazy flurry that we'll get to in a minute over CM Punk for the undisputed title. All right, so fellas, now we can get into the actual matches here. Orton and Rhodes, to me, was either 1A or 1B for match of the night.
Exactly.
Like, first and foremost, yes, I agree with saying, he said it to me over the phone, he said it to me in text, and he said it to me multiple times, but I see a heel Orton coming up. So out of this match, what do you guys think of the results, and what do you guys think like they're going to move forward from here? It's obviously going to be Cena versus Cody Rhodes 2 at SummerSlam. So,
well, I've seen dirt sheet posts on social media talking about Orton, the upcoming Orton heel turn. So, yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Well, I'll say, and then the other female Queen of the Ring final, we saw Jade Cargill go over Asuka, in which I thought wasn't match of the night material necessarily, but it was a good match. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on Jade Cargill first going over and getting a shot at? I believe it'll be Tiffany Stratton. Is she on SmackDown or is she on Raw? She's on SmackDown.
She's on SmackDown.
Yeah,
So both the King and Queen came from SmackDown this year. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, so Jade Cargill goes on to face what will probably be Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam.
I am all up for that. I'm still not really sold on Asuka.
Okay.
It's kind of.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I know.
I can't roll with you on that one, Dave.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, yeah, I'm looking
like,
at you like, Dave, because like, and please let me field this one. Let me tell you something. That's the one thing I was worried about. If Asuka was getting ready to go over Jade, because Asuka's that chick is. That's that bitch, okay? You listen. She has done the spitting of the poison. She done rolled up on Bianca Belair. You know, she done shut her down like 2 or 3 times. She's had the belt like
4 or 5
2 or 3, 4. Yeah, like, oh yeah, Asuka. Oh yeah, don't sleep on her. I'm just surprised.
Full context, though. Full context, though. The first time I've seen Asuka was when she made her return.
Oh, you never saw her in WWE. Oh yeah, you didn't watch WWE really.
Yeah, like, bro. Yeah. Asuka's like that. Like, I guarantee you,
the second or third match that I've seen her in.
Okay.
So like,
no. Woo. Okay, you're forgiven, sir. But but listen,
I would say,
like,
to me, I'll say it like this: check out when we get off the air. Go to YouTube and check out Asuka Kairi Sane promo, Monday Night Raw promo. Okay. It is one of the most hilarious things, because here's the fact of the matter. I don't know about when she is speaking Japanese at other times, but I know I've been told by multiple people that they're not really saying anything to each other, right? And there's a sequence where Kairi Sane, right, or where Asuka's like making fun of her in Japanese, and they're going back and forth, and Asuka goes baka 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 baka, and like looks at her. She looks at her. She's like, Kairi Sane picks up her mic. Oh no, it wasn't Kairi Sane. Io Sky. Sorry, it was Asuka and Io Sky. And Io Sky picks up her mic and goes, bitch, and then the whole crowd goes because everybody knows. Like, if you've ever watched any anime, you know what baka. It's a great moment, and it just made me fall in love with Asuka. Like, she was awesome for that, and watch her in old NXT stuff, and she was great there too.
Yeah, and then they may bring the ladies back too.
What do you mean?
They're gonna bring I think they're gonna bring the tag team back, the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh yeah, well they could Io Sky, with Io Sky and Asuka, easy.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. Now let's talk, before we get to the championship matches, let's talk about the two. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez are such good friends that they beat out of each other for approximately 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean beat the holy out of each other. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would think that they didn't like each other.
Yeah, that final move though, that one.
Ooh, buddy,
that shit, like, I'm sitting up here, working on this shit here, and I'm peeping around the corner. I damn near fell out my chair looking at that shit, because when she did that shit right there, I'm looking at it like,
oh, wow,
off the table.
Oh,
I thought she was gonna go through the fucking floor, man. Like, God, like. Because that's a big chick, man.
Yeah, it is.
Raquel Rodriguez, that's not no lightweight.
Raquel took that table hit like a champ.
Yep.
I mean, face first into the edge of the table like that.
Yeah, that. That was
that was a holy shit moment for me.
Holy,
yeah, that was wild.
holy, yeah.
That was super wild.
So, all right. So, what we also had Sami Zayn, hometown boy,
Yep.
end up getting the victory over over perpetual antagonists, carrying Cross. And thank you, Mr. Cross, doing some of the best in-ring and promo work of your career. With after the victory is over, he's reaching up for Sami. Like,
Yeah.
this ain't over, boy.
Yeah, man. Look. Carrying Cross. I mean, he's flashy with the intro and he's got some pop, but man, Sami Zayn just went on ahead, just fucked him up. He gave him 2 piece and a biscuit.
I still don't really. Karrion Kross is just, he's basic. He's your basic goth heavy metal Satanist.
Damn, Dave, that's gonna woo. Fuck.
Dave just called him a male boy, a basic bitch. When it comes to the God scene, he is a basic bitch.
Taking nothing away from his wrestling skills. Okay.
If I had a wax mustache, I'd be twisting my mustache like a fucking villain because man, that's basic. Fuck that.
That's all that Karrion Kross is missing. A mustache twirl. You know that's true.
Aiden English style.
Rusev Day.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, so I did like the finish though, with Cross doing the running across the ring and jumping at Sami Zayn. He did it twice, and then on the third time he goes to go back and then turn around, and as he's turning around, Sammy's right behind him with a hell of a kick right to the dome and puts him down and gets the 1, 2, 3. Now, let me give it before we go into these champion matches, let me give it to the Saudi crowd. Like, they were giving good energy. Like, regardless of how their government is or whatever you think of that, they were giving great wrestling energy. Yeah. They were into most everything except for that Jade Cargill promo. They even Byron Saxton acknowledged it when they got to the post show. He was like, "Yeah, this crowd was not feeling Jade Cargill during that promo, like at all."
That was it is what it is. But I really didn't like the fact that the women's matches were so short because the women were having to wrestle in full body latex suits.
Well, that's just how it is. I mean,
I know it's how it is. But it's just kind of, like I was talking with Dark Road 100. It's like, what do they do with regular Netflix? How do they deal with women's on regular Netflix?
No.
Hold on, I actually thought about it after we talked about it. I think what it is if you're watching something on TV that has half-naked women, that's not a big deal. You just can't be a half-naked woman in the street. You have to be covered up. And I think that's what the difference is. I think they can watch it on TV all they want, but their women can't actually walk out wearing anything that they see on TV.
Okay.
One of the only places in the world that actually has what are those police? The people that police, like the moral police, like, I don't know.
Well, anyway. No, I'm not even gonna say it's the moral police. I mean, you have to respect the tradition, the cultures, and that's just the way it is. Not everybody can be in America doing what we do.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know.
All right.
Like I said, it is what it is. But the women's matches, those could have gone an extra 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
I will be honest with you though. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez had the third longest match of the night.
Yeah,
and that was 14 minutes, and then everything else was under that. But anyway, okay, so let's get to the championship matches that everybody wants to talk about, and that is your new United States champion, Solo Sikoa, Anyway.
I hate you so.
Actually, if you watch the post game
Yeah.
show, or the post show, there was a crowd behind Solo, and they were like, "We hate you, we hate you, we hate you." It was great. Oh,
Yeah.
he was like, I don't, and he said it. He's like, "I don't care if you hate me or not. I'm still your new United States champion.
Yeah.
Live with it."
So,
But yeah, so Solo did it in typical Solo and Roman fashion. With people coming out of nowhere, you had a returning Tongaloa,
yeah.
who screwed over Jacob trying to get the win, and then when he took
JC,
care of him and JC Mateo,
Yeah.
then we had the debut of, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago here on Cheap Pop, the potential debut of I forgot what they called him.
Tonga something.
Yeah, Tonga something. And let's see.
No offense to the Samoan audience. It just was.
Hikuleo. Yeah, Hikuleo is his
Who's
name.
now going to be called Tonga.
Something, yeah. But
Tongaloa.
Tongaloa is still, he's the older brother and the bigger brother. I think dude's like 6'10", 6'11". But yeah, he basically finished off Jacob and allowed Solo to win the belt. So Solo is your new champion. And we have a fourth member of Solo's new bloodline. So we'll see. With Roman due to return, I wonder how all this is going to work out.
I'll tell you.
Where's
how it's
Roman's
gonna work
focus
out.
going to be? But go on, gentlemen. What did you think about this match?
They're gonna take the match was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tama
sorry, Dave.
Tonga.
They're calling him Tama? No, I thought that's the other one.
No, there's Tongaloa and Tonga.
Hikuleo is the older brother. Is the
Right.
guy that just got debuted.
Right, but he's changing his name to Tonga.
No, Tamatanga is the other brother of Tongaloa.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there's Tongaloa, and then there's his brother Tamatanga. Or there's Tongaloa, and then there's Tamatanga, and then we get.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, we'll figure out the name.
Yeah.
We'll hear it on SmackDown.
Well, I will tell you this. I will tell you this. The new bloodline is coming, and I think that the old bloodline is going to reform.
Yeah,
I
because Jay doesn't have a
honestly
belt
believe.
anymore. Jimmy doesn't have
Yep.
a belt anymore. But who
And
can
they're
they?
gonna
But who
come.
can they? With Jacob, huh? With Jacob as the fourth member, we could see that. Because I was like, who would be the fourth member to go up against all four of them? And I'm like, Jacob, Roman, Jay, Jimmy. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, War Games will be good.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I can, bro, I can call that one. I can call that one. War Games will be good.
Now we
Trust
close
it.
with the main event that saw not only John Cena and CM Punk put on a hell of a match, but it also saw involvement from Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn, and who else was it? Penta. Before the end of it, before we saw the finish, where John Cena miraculously walks out of the belt. And of course, like every good classic wrestling match, the chaos started as soon as John Cena knocked out the ref.
Yeah.
Poor ref.
Yeah. Yep.
And Charles
Yeah.
Robinson too, though. That's a classic guy, man. He's a veteran. He's a veteran of these matches. Why would you?
John
fuck
Cena
with
knocked
him,
Charles
man?
Robinson out of his soul. Like,
Yeah.
like John Cena body checked Charles Robinson out of his soul.
Right. But why him?
Check your local 911 details, because I'm sure a lot of people just called in. I just witnessed some murder on live TV.
Yes, for Survivor Series moving forward, the main match will be War Games,
Yeah.
but they're going to call it Survivor Series War Games.
Yeah, I already know. I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, so CM Punk dodges a charge from Cena. Cena knocks the ref out of the ring, knocks him out for most of the match. Rest of the match, CM Punk hits GTS on Cena, and crowds counting to 15, and there's no ref in there. And then Seth makes an entrance with his faction to cash in money in the bank, and he brings his own ref with him. Seth gets into the ring, and then Charles Robbins comes running down the ramp to get to the ring, and Cena gives him a spear to knock him out.
Yeah, that was well. It wasn't a spear; it was just a body check. Cena, if for those of you who don't remember, a wrestler by the name of Monty Brown, who used to wrestle in ECW, he had a move called the Pounce, and he would basically throw the guy off the rope, let the guy run the ropes once, and then he would run off the opposite rope and catch them in the middle of the ring and just basically shoulder push them out the way. And it's called shoulder tackle, and it would drop them. That's basically what John Cena gave to Charles Robinson. It was the funniest scene. I just saw his soul leave his body and fly all away. But anyway, and needless to say, there was a moment that was important to mention where Cena had the opportunity to just get himself disqualified and hit Punk with the belt, but he chose not to.
Yep.
So, and he helped Punk fight off Rollins and the rest of them and prevented Rollins from cashing in.
And
So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and then
so we're seeing signs of Cena turning back into good Cena.
But then Cena and Punk, they're kind of do a stare down. Punk extends a hand. Cena takes it. They come in for the hug. Everyone's feeling good. And then Cena tries to set Punk up for the AA. But Punk's ready. Counters.
He said he
delivers
was
the
feeling
second,
good.
Yeah. Delivers the second GTS to Cena. Punk took, what, 3 AAs in that match?
Yeah. Well, no, you're talking about the scene where Cena's holding his hand. Cena goes all stone faced like he did with Cody Rhodes, and then he goes to kick Punk, but Punk puts him in the GTS, and then Seth Rollins comes in and smacks Punk with the Money in the Bank thing, knocking Punk out, and Cena takes advantage and pins him, and the ref slides in. Cena takes advantage, pins him 1, 2, 3, and runs up the ramp with his belt. In classic heel fashion, Cena retains. So. Yeah,
Typical.
As a whole, I would give the pay-per-view like A-.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the best, but I feel that
it
was pretty good. Yeah. So what do you feel about that, Saint?
I mean, it was a good match. Definitely had its moments.
Yeah.
The going back and forth was good, and definitely John Cena definitely had some he had some kick-ass some kick-ass modifications, but as always we already know it's John Cena,
But he's doing his thing. All right, Dave, any overall thoughts on the pay-per-view?
Nope. I'll agree that I thought the crowd was really into it, really good. They had a good chance going. They definitely were backing a lot of the heel and face tropes, like executives want them to.
All right. So we'll close there. We have one more SmackDown Alley subject to talk about, and that is let's wish a fond farewell to Mr. Pat McAfee. He will not be commentating for a while. He has some other things going on, so we're back with Corey Graves now on Monday Night Raws instead of Pat McAfee. And I like the combination of Cole and Graves, so I have nothing against it. Yep. So I hope we continue to see them for a while.
I like Cole and Wade Barrett.
Yeah,
they do a good comedy bit.
But isn't Barrett on SmackDown?
SmackDown. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that Joe Tessitore, Joe Tessitore and he's all right, but I'm sorry, fucking Michael Cole and Corey Graves, that's the fucking team. Yeah, that's them two. They have that antagonistic, but. Don't get me wrong. I love what Pat McAfee is doing because Pat McAfee be showing up and showing out. You know what I'm saying? When and he fucking speaks his mind, especially when the pay-per-view in Canada went down, And he's like, you booing? Wait, what?
Yep.
Like, you
Pat
booing
McAfee will
us?
speak
Like,
out.
get the fuck out of here! Like, bro, he talks. Man, that motherfucker talks big shit, and
Yeah,
I
he does.
love him for that.
For sure. All right. So Pat McAfee will be taking a break. Just like us, we're not taking a break, but we will be switching subjects to our next segment. Now, this is the only intro for today that has not changed, and that's because we love it so much. All right. So, to get back to the pop culture quiz, what the
Where's the
question
new one?
was, what 1994 film featured the line "Life is like a box of chocolates"? Gentlemen, what's
Really?
the answer?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
There we go. Sorry, man. Like I said, I'm not the one who came up with the question. I just ask. All right. So the next question, and this one should be a little bit harder, and we'll give you the answer after the top of where can we find you next. And that is, what brand of shoes featuring lights and soles became wildly popular among kids in the 1990s?
Okay.
So y'all will think on that, and we'll give
Yeah.
the answer after we come back. All right. So let's see. What are we going to kick off with here? Oh, here we go. There is going to be, we told you last week, or we talked to you last week or week before then. Yes, Deuces Wild, Forrest Gump. Thank you. Well, I'll say, last week we told you about Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering having a kind of crossover. Now, I guess it's been revealed that Sonic the Hedgehog and DC Comics are going to have a crossover.
Yeah.
So, how we feeling about this, Saint?
It's Sonic. I'm not mad. I'm not really mad about that. I mean, they've done it with the Warner Brothers characters and Bugs Bunny and all that. Why not Sonic?
Yeah.
Let's put the twist on him. I mean, we already know that Sonic is going to be the Flash. So, I mean,
Basically.
when maybe...
Is there a Blue Flash?
No.
Okay, so in early 2025, they released a series of comic books featuring Sonic the Hedgehog and the Justice League. All right.
Okay, and you know what? Because I do want to make a point about that, because a couple of years back, and I'm not really surprised about the Sonic the Hedgehog and DC Comics, because a few years back, they did the same shit with Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
They had Hanna-Barbera. They had it was the Punisher and Yogi. It was Green Lantern and Huckleberry Hound.
Okay.
It was the Falcon and fucking no, it was Hong Kong Phooey and Black Lightning.
Okay. That's
Like that?
great.
No, that shit was
Hong
listen.
Kong
That shit
Phooey.
was fire, bro. Like, and it was dead. It was dead serious. Like, it was like it wasn't no funny business about it. Like, it was some real, like, Hong Kong Phooey was looking like, yeah, motherfucker, I'll take your lights out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
All right, so here's what it is. The announcement was they did the crossover event in the comic books in January earlier this year. What this is Jakks Pacific is releasing an all-new line of action figure toys inspired by the Sonic and DC crossover. The figures will hit the shelves, will hit characters from Sonic the Hedgehog and DC Comics, including Sonic, Silver, Shadow, Amy, The Flash, Green Lantern, Batman, Wonder Woman. Additionally, Funko is launching a series of Sonic times DC pop figures with appearances from Knuckles, Tails, Superman, and Cyborg.
Right.
The Funko Pops will be sent out in July and August. The Jakks figures will start shipping out October 1st. Yeah, they'll be available exclusively at Target. So,
I don't shop at Target much, so.
All right, so the next segment or the next subject up, gentlemen, is that Mario Kart World is, I guess, being review bombed. So because they've made some changes to it since they released it with the Switch 2. So here's what I ask, because I'm going to bring us back to a pop culture tie-in. I also heard a story that Ironheart was review bombed before the first 3 episodes even dropped.
Yep.
So what is up with people trying to with people's money? Like just because they don't like stop. Don't review bomb it. Like if there's genuine problems with the game, I have not played Mario Kart World, so I don't know if there's genuine problems with the game. But if there's genuine parts with the game thing, then put genuine reviews up there to talk about what is wrong. But don't just review bomb it and give it a bunch of 1-star reviews just to try to get the attention of the company. I don't think that's fair. Because then when people do use those reviews as a barometer as to whether or not they want to buy the product, they're not getting an actual fair reading of what the product is. They're getting some, pissed off dude because it didn't have a feature he liked, putting in 8 to 10, 1-star reviews, or having him and all of his friends put in 1-star reviews. So anyway, so what do y'all think about that?
Well, it all depends. It all depends because, like, I give you a perfect example. The game Mind's Eye was a total disaster because there were no previews sent out. There were no advanced copies. I mean, a lot of these games and stuff like that, you send out advanced copies or anything like that because, you have to be able to review the game. Now, if Nintendo sent out these review copies and shit like that, they probably would have been like, okay, this game sucks. Yeah. In that case, or it might have been the same thing, but the Mario Kart name in itself, the name alone attracts those type of audiences. So right. I'm not surprised if it was fuckery on that end or if it was somebody or something else that changed entirely different. And I mean it's a possibility. Fair it's enough. Always a possibility with that.
And your thoughts, Dave?
This is the world that we live in now, where social media has outsized user commentary.
Yeah.
And factions have learned to weaponize that to their advantage for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And most often it's used in negative fashion because some people just cannot handle certain types of characters or creators in their space.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem is with Mario Kart, why it's getting review bombed.
But
I think that the best thing to do is for any media site that offers review. Okay. Only allow critical reviews. People who've seen the screeners, who get the pre-launch games to screen. Only allow those authorized people to make reviews
of the actual
of the product for first 3 days, say. And then after that time period, after the product has been released and now on the market and everyone's having to play, 3 days or whatever after that, then open it up to public reviews.
I'll take that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I'll take that.
It's not a perfect solution, but I think that what it's going to do is cut down on a lot of the bad actors who want to sync something before it comes out.
100%.
That's a given.
Yeah, I can roll with that. All right, so next subject up in whatchamacallit is some PS5 gamers are getting a free game from Xbox. That game would be Hellblade: Swanna's Sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on downloading it. What about y'all? Y'all anticipating this?
It's been on my list for a long time because I have friends who have played it and they say it's absolutely tremendous and fantastic.
You mean Swanna? You mean the first one?
Mm.
Played it,
Well,
beat it.
Swanna's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
I don't know which one that is.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Hellblade, Swanna Sacrifice. Yeah.
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 So,
That's
that
I will tell you that. I will tell you this. Play that game. Get headphones on. Make sure you have good surround sound and you listen very carefully. That is a game that it's a piece of, that game is a piece of work.
Is it?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get it on the I'm waiting to get it on the PS5. Because I know it's out on the Xbox right now, but I'm waiting to pick it up because that game was really good. But
Nice.
you definitely it's got a little taste of some horror. Trust the
horror?
facts.
Okay.
Yeah. Trust the facts.
So that was that one, and then let's see. This is a list of 17 more games that are going to be added to the Stream Your Own Game lineup soon. Aliens, Fireteam Elite, American Arcadia, Amnesia the Bunker, Black Desert, Bus Simulator 21. Don't get me started on that one. Like, how the hell we got a game called Bus Simulator and people actually out here playing it so much they make it.
Hey,
they made
they have a
21
game. Look, they have a game called Power Wash. Okay, and
Power
people
Wash.
people are playing it.
Wash.
I swear to listen. I swear on all you behold, bro. Like these games now that are doing like you got drug dealer simulator, you got cop simulator. You know, you go around, you writing tickets and shit. The next thing you know, you got crime boss simulator. Like the fuck out of here, you know,
Live
man,
vicariously,
bro. Yeah.
Power Wash Simulator is the bomb. Because remember last week we were talking about the mod scene, modding games. There is a mod. There's a Warhammer 40K mod for Power Wash Simulator, where you're just spraying down all the big vehicles in Warhammer 40K: dreadnoughts, thunderhawks, tanks.
I
guess
believe
if
it
people
too.
will play that game, I guess that's what they would. They
No,
will.
people
let me see.
listen. People are streaming the game on Twitch
And getting views, huh?
and getting
views.
hella views.
Hold on. Well, I ain't done yet. So they got Darkest Dungeon 2, Dicey Dungeons, Gothic Classic. As I said before, Lawn Mowing Simulator, Payday 3. Now, you know what? I know Payday 3 is a
simulator.
Yeah,
Simulator.
I know that Payday 3 is probably something random, but I wouldn't put it past the fact that Payday 3 is just you going to pick up your check and putting it in the bank, and like a bunch of crazy shit happens on the way. Like that's the game. Everything is simulator now. Exactly.
No. See, Payday. See, we rob people, and no. Seriously, no. Payday 3 is synonymous to you rob banks.
Yeah,
and
it's like
and
GTA.
Oh no, it's all in first person, and you got listen, you have cops that come running in while you're trying to drill a safe, and you got up to 4 people come and play, and you're out there while somebody's drilling the safe, you're going to be shooting other people and making sure that you get into that safe so you can go in there, put the money and shit in the bags, and then get the fuck out. No, dude, like that game is intense. Crime Boss is better, but Payday 3, I'll give it a run.
All right, we also got Remnant from the Ashes, Skull,
Yes.
the Hero Slayer, Sniper Elite V2 Remastered,
Yes.
the Jackbox Party Pack 7,
Yes.
Train Sim World, Who's Your Daddy?
No.
I don't even want to know what that game's about.
I don't even know either.
And XCOM 2
Fuck yeah.
are all going to be available on StreamYard. What is it? Stream your own game or stream your own game lineup.
Yeah,
Right,
I'll play. I'll listen. I play XCOM right now, and one of the favorites by the one only Jamil, Mr. Hemphill. Yeah, XCOM. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
He never got me hooked, but so this is just a quick blurb for us, real quick. But this week, or currently, is it Stream? Which is it? Epic Games Store has 2 games that you can get for free: Sable, the PC version, and Cultist Simulator Mobile. Okay, now I'm glad that we looked at that article because I want to understand. Developers chime in. What the f is Cultist Simulator 3 or 2? Why do we need more than one of them? What did you advance?
Listen, just like a bum simulator. Okay, you got motherfuckers that walk around like a bum.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus, save me!
You're a bum.
Video games
You're a
have gone
bum.
too far. Video games have gone too far.
Fucking bum, son.
Video games have gone too far.
Yeah, Cultist Simulator. It's all about the Lovecraftian horror.
Oh, but
Yep.
that's where we end. That's where we end. Give video game reviews unless you guys have anything this week. I will say this. For those of you who didn't tap into the video probably right before this, which was me last night playing fucking Final Fantasy VIII and facing off with Ultissima, the final villain, and her bitch ass. And I was telling Rune Scryer, and I wanted to complain about this real quick before we leave the video game segment, but it's annoying as shit, and this is why. You can't really power up everybody. So you kind of have to spread the power across the 6 people. Why? Because when you come up to meet her, you go through this talking thing where she says all this stuff about Seed and how much she hates Seed, and then she jumps down to fight you. And she goes, "You 3, I'll fight you 3." And she jumps in and the screen blurs and you don't know which 3 she chose. It doesn't allow you to choose which 3 you face with her. You just jump in and it's a random 3 members of your crew. And so you have to take all the power that you have and all the items and everything and spread it out amongst the whole crew. Because if not, you may end up with 2 strong dudes and 1 weak dude that just dies in the first 3 hits. And then you may end up with one strong dude and 2 weak dudes that die in the first 3 hits. So yeah, it pisses me off. I'm going to keep trying, but it pisses me off.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Should have found the Doom Train.
Shut up, man. Shut up. Doom Train's not the only one that I wasn't able to get. Even though I might be able to still get the Doom Train. We'll see. But all right.
Run that bitch right over.
So I'm waiting for Odin to show up, but he doesn't do anything to the big
man.
boss.
Fuck Odin, bro. Look. Odin shows up. Odin shows up when he fucking shows up. It'll be just like, and then it's like this. We already know if he shows up, the only battle I want him to show up for is the 10,000 needles. That's all. If he shows up for that one, I'm fucking great. But that villain, remember when we played that 20 years ago, It took 45 fucking minutes. We had to rotate that one fight.
Nope. All right. All right. So that will close us out. That declarative statement will close us out for video game talk. And we will go to our final new intro. Well, outside of the new outro as well. But our final. Where can we find you next? Last thing we're going to do before we jump into Saint and RuneScar letting us know is we're going to give the answer to the final pop culture quiz question. And that is, what brand of shoes featuring lights in the shoes became wildly popular among kids in the 1990s? Gentlemen, your answers.
Skechers.
Dave?
No idea.
No idea. All right, Saint, unfortunately, you were wrong. The answer is LA Gear.
Oh, I forgot. Oh man, you know what? I forgot about LA Gear. The Michael Jackson Unstoppables too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. So that's it for us for this week as far as that goes. RuneScar, why don't you kick us off and let us know what's going on over there on the night shift?
I will be back tonight, back in Spider-Man 2, midnight Pacific time to whenever I start falling asleep. And I'm going to try to get I had my second monitor on my computer working last week, and now for some reason it's not working again. So I'm going to, once we're done here, I'm going to try to get that back in order and try to do some weekday streams this week.
One second.
All
right, and Saint, yourself?
All right. So tonight we are we're doing pretty much a facelift of the entire stream, but I will be on approximately 11 p.m. Eastern time, 8 o'clock Pacific. Gonna do some music and doing maybe a couple of games in there, but we're definitely gonna be doing some music, probably some new stuff. But we're just getting a brand new facelift for the podcast and the No, I hate to say podcast because we broadcast live. So I rather say broadcast, but yeah, we're definitely going to be getting in with some NVT fusion. Right. So yeah, looking forward to
later
it,
on
man.
tonight. All right.
Yep, that's later on tonight.
All right, and for me, as usual, we will be back. I'll be back in about, what time is it? Almost 4. All right, so we actually had a pretty quick episode this week. We will be back for the classroom at 6 p.m. With, as far as I know right now, Mr. Suave and O'Malley. So we'll have a new look. And we'll be asking some sports trivia questions over there. So tap back in as we continue to celebrate our Twitch affiliate anniversary of 2 years.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, I just want to say it's been a great 2 years. So let's keep it going.
Hell,
we got
fucking yeah, bro.
The new feel, the new structure. So keep tapping in, y'all. Keep showing us that love. We appreciate all of you. Saint's gonna rate us out.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop
and I just want to say to the folks out there, we've been doing this for a long time. We've been at this 5 years on Twitch. We didn't really start kicking in until like maybe 2023, but it's been an interesting journey, and we got a hell of a lot more coming up. So trust and believe you me, we got the goods.
Yes, we do.
All right.
This has been Dark Lord 100, Agent K28, and Mr. RuneScar, and we are out. You rating us out?
Yes, I am.
Let me know when, sir.
I'm rating it now.
I know.
All right, hang on. Give me a second. Okay. Yep. All right, we're out.
2. Peace.
Bye.